Yes, welcome back to our second session of Saidika Community Dialogue Forum. We are continuing with our discussion, ending period poverty, shame and stigma. We are glad to have our panelists, Madam Pastor Judy Bone. Welcome, Madam Pastor Judy.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
You are well?
Yeah.
Would you kindly introduce yourself to the audience?
Okay, my name is Judith Mbone. I'm a born again. I'm a pastor, and I'm the director of Glorious Women Group in Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful, Judith. We are having a discussion on ending period poverty, shame and stigma. These are challenges that is facing our girls, women in the society and the communities where we come from.
Yeah.
And somehow we are coming to realize that no serious awareness has been carried on around matters, menstrual challenges, and that is why this forum is here.
Okay.
So today, as we were breaking, Lynette was taking us through the initiatives and the measures that we need to put in place at the community level or even at the national level, beginning from the members of parliament, or on how we are going to tackle this issue. Welcome, Lynette.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, like we mentioned earlier, the causes of this period poverty is not only the lack of sanitary pads, it's also the lack of wash facilities. And I keep talking about the wash facilities because I feel like it's a neglected part of this journey.
Mm-hmm.
We might provide women with the pads, but you don't care how they're gonna wear them. They don't have panties, they don't have soap to wash, they don't have clean water to clean themselves. So the sanitation part of it is also very vital when we come to trying to solve this issue of period poverty.
Yes.
And even when you look at our schools or our workplaces, such places, we don't have the right way to dispose of these sanitary pads or the products. So these are also things to consider. And ignoring the rights of women or a girl just because it doesn't directly affect you also raises the point of involving men and boys in the discussion of menstruation. I remember when we were doing this when we were very young in primary school. The moment we were introduced about menstruation, we were told, sasa vijana mnaweza toka kwa class hapa na baki na girls peke. Hii ni mambo ya girls. I think that should change, you know. They should be involved in this conversation as well, because say I had a boyfriend, right? And I'm in the house and I've started cramps zimenipeleka mbio. Unajua? The next person who should be able to help me is my boyfriend.
Yes.
And easy fikata ya nasema sasa naanzia wapi. Unajua, it shouldn't get to that point at all. So let's involve men and boys in this conversation.
Dismas, do you think boys and men should be involved in this discourse?
Okay, actually, the funny thing is, most of the champions, most of the people who are championing for this periodic poverty,
yes,
is men. Actually, and we are doing it better. And I think that's why I said earlier that in the coming years, I think we'll be having small issues when comes to period poverty.
Wonderful.
I agree with that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Pastor, from the religious perspective, should we include men, boys in the discussion around menstrual cycles of girls? Do you think it's important that our boys need to be involved? The Bible.
And the Bible. Okay, unajua ni lazima pia waongeleshe.
Yes.
Unajua wakati vijana wako na wasichana, kuna vile unaweza waongelesha ili wasiingiane sana. Yes.
So tunapata ya kwamba kuna changamoto, na changamoto ni ile wakati wasichana wako katika hiyo harakati, huwa kuna magumu wanapitia na wanatengwa. Jamii kuna vile wametengwa. Na sasa tunajaribu kufikiria kuna vile tunaweza husisha hata vijana katika hii mambo ya wasichana wapate kujua ya kwamba, kwa sababu hata tuseme sasa tuko shuleni, msichana ako katika hiyo wakati hiyo yake sasa, na kijana naye haelewi ni nini inafanyika kwa msichana, na tunajua ya kwamba wakati kama huo wasichana huwa wanakuwa na hata na tunaita mood swings ama hormonal imbalance, vitu kama hizo. Na sasa unapata kijana haelewi nini na my decimate.
Okay, unajua pia siku hizi CBC imekuja, si ndio? Naye CBC unapata wanaelezwa. Mtoto akianza 11 years najua ako na hiyo
knowledge.
Habari ashapewa. So akiona msichana kitu kameonekana nyuma, anaanza kumwambia, ataambia mwenzake, unajua, ambia ule mwingine kuna kakitu kanaonekana huko nyuma. So saa hii I think wako na hizo
so at least mfumo huu wa masomo ambao tuko nao
inajaribu kuwaeleza.
Hiyo ni muhimu sana. Sijui, I don't know how you think about hygiene, especially during the time that a lady is or a girl is undergoing menses. Now, Lynette, how should they take care of themselves in terms of cleaning themselves? How should this one be? Because some of these girls do not even know how to take care of themselves during such times.
Well, you see, brings me back to the point of wash, because our toilet systems, sijui kama kuna mtu ametembelea facility yenye kuna Waislamu ama Wasomali. In the washroom, there's always a pipe yenye mtu anaweza jiosha nayo. Ukiangalia msalani, si ndio? This is required. Haimaanishi ati ni kwa establishments za Kiislamu pekee. It's required by every woman, especially when you're menstruating. You need to keep cleaning yourself every time you go to use the washroom.
So in the mosque or in the Islamic institutions, is it there specifically for such or?
Yeah, it's there. But for us, it's there because you're supposed to clean yourself every time you use the washroom. But this is the case even when you're menstruating. You're supposed to always be clean to avoid infections, to avoid bad odor, all these things. So again, it goes back to our facilities. When we're creating these buildings or suddenly tunajenga, these are things to consider. How are these people going to dispose of their sanitary towels? How are they going to clean themselves? You know, ukitoka kwa washroom, kunafaa kuwa na maji hapo nje pia kunao mikono, si ndio? The process you've done in there should not be carrying with you everywhere else. Also providing vitu kama sabuni. Si ati ni maji tu. Sabuni pia inahitajika kwenye bafu. So again, if I'm doing this 3 times a day, nimeshinda shule the whole day. If I'm doing this 3 times a day, changing my pad 3 times a day, and I have no way to clean myself, trust me, by the time narudi nyumbani jioni na kuna hii jua imewaka hivi, I'll be feeling uncomfortable. Kama kuna lesson nimeambiwa teacher amesema by 5 nahitaji nyinyi wote mko hapa, nishaanza kusikia nanuka. So hakuna vile nita concentrate in this classroom. So again, how we take care of ourselves, the hygiene part of it is very important.
It's true. Pastor, unafikiriaje wasichana wetu tukiwaweka wanatumia vitu zenye hazistahili sana kutoka wakiwa kwenye ni hedhi,
siku zao
za hedhi? Yes. Kwa sababu awali na kitambo walikuwa wanafungana na manguo na nini, na nimetoa mfano fulani hapa. Kuna wakati nilitembea kwingine nikapata msichana fulani anatumia manyoya ya kuku ambaye alichinjwa siku ya jana, na hiyo ndio naweka katika siroli lake la ndani na anajifunga nayo. Kuna madhara tukitumia vitu kama hizo.
Kuna madhara. Kuna madhara. Unajua wakati ule wa kitambo watu hawako wanafikiria hizo. Lakini kwa sasa magonjwa yamekuja ambapo mtoto asipotumia kitu inafaa utapata anapatikana na hizo magonjwa. So inabidi tu ukiwa na mtoto msichana mueleze venye anaweza faa kutumia hizo
vitu. Na sasa ni vitu gani wanaweza tumia kando na hizi
pads?
So tuhakikishe pads zimepatikana kwa nyumba.
Yes. Ukiwa na msichana amefikisha 12 years hata yeye mwenyewe najua atajua nafaa kutumia kitu fulani. So ni majukumu ya mzazi kununua na kuleta kwa nyumba. Anytime mtoto akipata na kitu kama hiyo, namwambia basi anza kutumia hiki.
Yes.
Unafanya hivi.
Waweze kujua.
Yeah.
This month in your organization. Now, do you have an arrangement where you sit both the parents and the teens, especially the girl child, and you have a conversation around menstrual hygiene and all that?
Yeah, I think I was running a program called Sex Manenos, where we talk sex issues with both parents and especially women, because women are the one who engaged with children also. So I think we normally organize a community dialogue where we engage parents to come in so that we can talk these issues, and I think it's working.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that as we talk to them, they also go and talk to the rest.
Now, do you involve also their fathers?
Not really, because when we organize community engagement services, you get that most of the participants are women, because they are the one mostly who are available with the
households and all that. Yeah, and I think it is important that men also needs to be involved, because in most households, men are the breadwinners, they are the providers. So girls would always want their fathers to provide for them. If it's sanitary pads, they also expect their parents to do that. So I think going forward, what do you feel? Should they be involved or?
Yeah, but okay, I think
because it's them who buys all this.
Women nowadays are clever, so they can buy in bulk.
Clever means
they okay. Most of we came to find out that most of the women they are not mostly those who provide sanitary to their children, they are bringing them in bulk, so that it's like a Colgate. When it gets finished, then you take it.
Pastor Judith.
Yes.
Kanisani watu wanaongelea maneno kama haya kweli? Wakati tulikuwa Sunday school kitambo, maneno kama haya yako yanaongelewa. Hata katika jamii, kupata mama ama mzazi amekalisha tu mtoto wake chini amwambie mambo ya hata ngono, mambo ya hedhi ambazo tunaongelea saa hizi, hazikuwa ni kama ilikuwa ni tabu. Maoni yako ilipoaje?
Kanisani inabidi tuongelelee mtu kuwa msafi. Cause unaweza kuwa pale kanisani, huwezi furahia mshirika amekuja mmekaa naye like 1 year, lakini anakuja akiwa mchafu. Sasa inabidi tu uchukue nafasi ya kuwaongelesha, uwaambie mtu unafaa kuwa msafi, unafaa ukiingia kwa nyumba ya Mungu unafaa hivi, nyumba yako ukikaa, unafaa hivyo. Inabidi tu tuwaongeleshe kanisani.
Mimi niko na swali ya kanisa. Kuna kwaga na restrictions mtu kuja kanisani akiwa anavuja?
Kuna wengine hawajui.
So hafai kuwa wakikuja ama how do they go about it?
Pengine utuambie.
Unajua kitambo sisi tulikuwa tunafundishwa ukienda kanisa ukiwa unavuja unashika imani ya wachungaji. So wakati ule sisi tulikuwa tukipata hiyo hautaenda kanisa mpaka uombe. Lakini kwa wakati huu unajua si wote wanafuata neno, si ndio? Unapata mtu anavuja lakini anakuja kanisa. Yes.
So mtu hafai kwenda kanisani.
Kwa ile imani ile iko ni ukae nyumbani uombe.
So the relation to it ni kusema huyu mwenye anavuja ni mchafu ama ni kusema ako unclean?
Si kwamba ni mchafu, lakini unajua mimi nilikuja nikapata hii imani iko. Wakati tulikuwa wadogo tunaambiwa kanisa ni mahali patakatifu. Na unapopata kitu kama hiyo, usiende kwa wachungaji. Ukifika pale utashikilia imani, utashika imani ya wachungaji haitafanya kazi kanisani. So tulikuwa tunakaa nyumbani mpaka siku 7 ziishe, tuoge ndio tuende kanisa. Lakini juu watu kizazi cha saa hii si wote wanajua. Utapata mtu ako na hiyo masiku yake anakuja kanisani. Sasa inabidi tu tuwaongeleshe polepole, juu ukiwaongelesha kila wakati, ukiwaongelesha vibaya watatoroka kanisa. Ndio mtu aelewe, unaweka mafundisho.
Okay. Lynette, is it normal for a lady in her menses to have it maybe twice in a month?
Yeah, it's very normal because the cycle for some is 21 days, there are some who is 28. So kama yako ni 21, itakuja twice in a month. Utajipata menstruate twice in a month.
Oh, so it's normal
It's
just
normal.
to have 2 cycles in a month, huh?
Yeah.
Ah, wonderful.
Unless now, what is abnormal is when it's very painful, then you need to get checked. Inaweza kuwa hata ni fistula, inaweza kuwa ni ovarian cyst. When it's too painful, you need to get checked. Otherwise, it's quite normal to have it twice.
Okay. And how long does it take to have a cycle? Is it different for every
It's different for everyone.
or everybody have
Yes.
their own?
From some, even here it's from 18 days to 28 days. So there's that period where there are some will be 21, there's some will be 18, there's some will be 28 days. Yeah.
Okay. So when somebody is in a menses, then it means hygienically at least how many times would you recommend that probably to take bath?
Twice a day should be enough. If you can do more, well and good for you. But twice a day should be enough.
Okay.
Yeah, morning, evening.
Yeah, and of course every time you take bath you need to ensure that you change the pads.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So after how long should you change the pads?
6 to 8 hours is the maximum. Yeah, 6 to 8 hours is the maximum.
Okay.
Also depends with your kind of flow. If you're a heavy flower, then probably you're going to change your pad every 2-3 hours. But if you're a light flower, don't let it go past 6 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at least 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
One needs to change the.
Yeah. And if you can't, just clean yourself before changing to the next pad or to the next one. Just
What causes this extreme pain during the periods?
the cause could vary depending, because it's all biological.
Yes.
Our bodies are all created differently, but I feel I'm not sure. Do you have an idea? What are the causes of this?
No, need a guy now, somebody with a statistician to.
Yeah, because I'm not sure where the pain comes from. I think it's when the eggs. I'm not sure the science behind it. I'm not very sure.
Yes.
What I know is just how to manage the pain. Yeah, painkillers, a little walk here and there, but painkillers most of the time is what do it, and a lot of water. Yeah.
But my sister, okay, I think she has talked about flowing. No, even the what we call these family plannings that we are using now, not only pills, but some we have different types of family planning, but I think some of them affects women when it comes to period. I think it depends with the pills that you're using.
Yeah, the type of contraception you're using. Yeah, that also affects. And there's some contraceptives that I can't remember the name, but there's a contraceptive that if you use and you have very painful periods, it reduces the pain. I think we'll come back with a topic of contraceptives so that we can maybe delve more into it. But yes, like he said, it does affect how your periods are.
Oh, okay. Well, Dismas, as organizations going forward, because with the others it's a challenge now as we speak, and your organization, which is so much youth oriented, and I believe you're working with girls and boys at the same time. From your standpoint, how do you think we can lobby the government to ensure that such policies are put in place, that is proper legislation in government to ensure that menstrual matters are well taken care of? Because I think there's a policy gap that needs to be looked into.
Okay. Think when it comes to policy matters, think the only thing that we can do, as my sisters said, that is removing the VAT on those products. Yes. Because you can't say that because those companies, they use resources of which they are also in business. But when we show them that we care also for our community by removing the VAT, think it can show that we have interest also for.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Pastor, unafikiriaje ni nini tunaweza fanya ndio masuala kama haya yatatuliwe hata kutoka bunge, tupate hata kama wabunge wetu wanaweza yaongelea na wakuje na yale na sheria ambayo itatusaidia kuhakikisha ya kwamba kila msichana Kenya hii hawezi kosa kwenda shule kwa sababu amekosa sodo, ama wakati anaenda katika hiyo harakati hali ya mazingira mahali hapo haipati utulivu. Tuache hapo. Tuache hapo, shikilia hapo. Thank you. We are coming back in a short while. Hold your thoughts.